Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. Where did I get that from? I don't even know. I just thought of it one day. I was like, Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. And then I reiterate, I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. So that's where I got it from. That's just a fun fact. Um, so today we are going to try. That's right, try, because I have some proprietary information that I need to keep under wraps. And today will prove that I can keep it under wraps. So y'all gonna be seeing a lot of me moving my eyes back and forth like that. And that is going to be as far as you get towards my emails until I can get another computer. So if you're thinking that you're going to see something vital, I assure you that the only thing you're going to see is Spotify and Apple Podcasts. That's to the, you know, and then some of the advanced cybersecurity people are laughing right now, like we're already in. So, but let's start with the eye movement. I have to find three lucky guests. We're going to start with, who was first? Was it Cliff or Aaron? It was Cliff. Cliff was first. So we got to look him up by his email address. Oh no, we can't have that. Okay, so we're in. Bada bing, bada boom. Go to Google. Bada bing, bada boom. Open three of these bad boys. That's one, two, and three. This can be. What I'm doing right now is looking for the individuals. Cliff was first. Aaron. One. Ah! Where are you at, my lady? No, you are way. There you are. All of y'all grateful email addresses. So we got the email addresses together. Three different separate emails is going to be sent out. Now we delete some things because it's useless having all of these reels. If I ever need them again, I know where to look. Fiddlesticks. Okay. So right now I'm deleting something. I'm sorry it has to be this way, but I can't afford yeah, lose anything off of somebody's immature ways. So we got the email addresses, we deleted the material. Now we don't need to open Google, but we have a StreamYard. Mm. So now, I got three. There we go. Let's start with Cliff. Um, so off camera, because this is going to take 3 hours. Send uh, 3 MP3s. No, 4 MP4s plus 3 reels. But on camera, you only need the audio and the video, yeah, actually. Okay, let's scratch him out. Push Skillington. Go to Apple Podcasts. Go to Spotify first since that came first. Already it's taking long. I'm like, whoa. That's what I like to see. I don't blame the computer nor the internet or the Wi-Fi. I blame the people slowing it down or doing something to it. So it looks like any, mini, miny Apple Podcasts. So now we have that, and we are going to go with Cliff. One at a time. Let's open up WeTransfer too. Hmm. If I don't get to do it off camera, make a show for tomorrow. Whatever I don't get done. Hmm. Okay. Let's see. MP4 haven't got there, so we're gonna go to Spotify. MP4 haven't got there, so we're gonna go here. I don't even need this no more. There's no need for that no more. Okay. So right now what I'm doing is putting season 6 on. Cliff, I haven't wrote the skeleton of the show yet. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, we got that. I can show y'all this part. And risk it, I don't think so. Because Yahoo be acting wonky. I know Yahoo system and it just almost there, you guys. I'm waiting on a download. Waiting on you, waiting on you. While that's going, I can be doing this. Save this. Go to show, go to episodes. 14. He is number 14. Okay, now right. Bear with me, y'all. I'm about to show y'all something. That would be very selfish to have an hour of my face showing and me not talk. Just expression to the 100th power of me talking nonstop to myself. Cliff was an awesome guest to have on the show a couple days back. Okay, I can do this. Hold on. Let's do this carefully. Where was I at? He talked about my foot. His life as a live producer and how he never was got acclimated with the production. He is a hard working entrepreneur who caught a lot of attention from big companies. Okay. It was an honor to enter your home. If there is any way that here is the fire. Okay, see, next. Oh, before we go next, sorry, you guys. Mmm. Gotta take you off real quick. Wait, is this the MP3? Cancel. Cancel. Select file. Cancel. MP4. Okay, we're waiting on that. And then to be quite honest, I just wanted to get on here for a while. It's not that I'm being lazier. It's just that it's a lot of stuff I gotta do. I have to literally, you guys, worry about moving to another state in like a lot of time, a little bit of time. And I'm saying it as calm as I can without sounding, I am so disappointed. He said a lot more than just that. Okay. So that is doing that. What is this for? Okay. So I got two more. I checked off one. I got two more. All I gotta do now is wait on the because I have to be up bright and early tomorrow. So I'm just gonna do this one and off camera do the rest. Like I said, it'll be with the streaming mixed with everything else, you know. Did y'all know that somebody can like cloud, you might as well say cloudy, you know how people say your mind is so cloudy, they can scramble or cloud somebody's computer Wi-Fi and jam it to a degree, low, moderate, high, depending on what kind of severe damage you want to do to it to hinder it from working, you know. That's crazy, right? Or how about you happen to break the law to buy a scrambler because somebody have a scrambler, some type of device to follow your car underneath your car. So you have to counteract, which is illegal. They're doing stuff illegal, but then you have to counteract that and turn around, do something illegal, like get a scrambler to keep them from following you, whatever they have, maybe Apple Map or whatever it's called. I don't think about crimes like that to use devices like that on people. You know, people will try to follow you and do all types of stuff. I may sound like I'm crazy, but you just don't know what these people around here would do for $1,000, let alone 500 or less, $300. They'll still kill you for tennis shoes or follow you for $300 like it's their money. Did the government get the memo that you are counting my money? When did the government get a government memo that you will be taking over my money and there's absolutely nothing I can do about it? When did the government get that memo? Because I don't remember sending it. And that goes for every other innocent person out here that is getting captured by these daggone bums. That's what they're called, bums. That's what my mother used to call my dad, a bum. A bum is somebody who goes around scamming people. My dad used to scam white people, and I hated that. I'm coming in wholehearted honest. I'm not trying to scam no race. You're a bum, all of you, and you know who you are. It's just not right, man. We gotta be vigilant, man. We gotta be very vigilant to these criminals and crooks. Nothing has happened to me yet, but isn't came close. Somebody was monitoring my accounts. We're using an Android, and even if it was a Mac, the Mac would have stood out. Even if it was the same type of Mac, the Mac would have stood out through the IP address. I had to change my and put myself on the do not call registry. Whoever's calling me is not on the registry. They know they're not on the registry. They don't supposed to call me, but they do it anyway, and they harass me. Whoever it is knows exactly who I know they are. They want me to know that I know who they are. And I want them to know that one day when it really counts, don't get mad at your outcome in this chess game you keep trying to play with me. You may have your friends and whatever, but I have the government backing me. That's how I'm moving. Thanks to Trump. Trump is moving me. Like if this was Biden era, I would be so far in debt. Drained. But Washington stated how they felt. They stood their ground. They want to see me in debt. And that's okay. You took a stand and so am I. I'm going to be a very decrepit woman one day filing for bankruptcy if I don't like what's going on between me and the bankruptcy. I even know I may not even file for bankruptcy, but I'm being sarcastic about what I'm saying. Because I got some outrageous prices for moving. I kept asking this evil woman, I kept asking this evil woman, I said, is the lease, how much is the lease if broken? This was a Rumpelstiltskin. You can tell it was a Rumpelstiltskin contract. You want to know how I feel? That's how I feel. Because I asked her on 6 different fucking occasions what the rent would be if I break the lease. And she told me the same long, drawn out story. And then it jumps by 3,000. You stood your ground, Washington. And I'm going to debate and I'm going to dispute it. I already talked to the attorney generals. I already talked to another place, and I will be talking to other places. I'll buy out the rest, but I'm not paying the whole thing because I know that it's done out of spite and out of somebody who is navigating this whole situation since the beginning. So I have an inspection tomorrow, you guys, and I'm just going to take pictures of everything and send them copies, send the attorney general copies when I move out by the 20th. If they had a sat up there and did their job, I would be buying out with no problem, and it would have been an even exchange, and I would have received my deposit. But instead, they wanted another coup de grace to say, or a fuckaroo to say, "Fuck you, Kimberly. We're gonna do what we want to do, and this is how we feel about you." And I can tell you exactly how I feel about you based on how I'm leaving. I left because I almost was killed almost 2 weeks ago by your staff setting me up. It's no way I'm going to pay for that whole bill of $6,000. I'm going to talk to the Attorney General's office again. This time I'm calling. I have to leave it, and you're giving me a $6,000 bill. when you told me 3,800. That is a almost $3,000 increase just to keep me situated. You didn't even give me a chance to fill out the form to give to y'all so I can make a final determination whether I wanted to be out the lease or not. Y'all just all of a sudden took me out the lease once I said I wanted out. When initially you sent me a form to fill out. That's how I feel. Y'all want to feel y'all way about me because y'all immigrants. This is how immigrants behave. They get on their high horse when they're above, when they have power, a little bit of power, and you can't even sit up there and do your job and help me. I don't want to hear you going to talk to the regional manager. You should already have that okay and say so. I should have been a warrant about an extra $1,000 or up to $3,000 being put on my account. That was your way of saying fuck you. You know how I feel about my credit. Y'all been watching me for almost a year now. And you know I'm trying to get into what I'm trying to do. Then I sat up there and tried to pay the bill, and it took me to some Trav account where I put in my bank information, and it spit it out. It absorbed my card information and it said it was declined. I called the bank. The bank was like, everything's fine. So why is it declining my card? I'm damn sure not giving out my damn uh bank information to y'all. The hell I look like? They want me to leave in debt. This isn't over. I got the police reports. Even if I got to do it from all the way over here, I have all of that. I should sue y'all for $10,000 like y'all trying to sue me for six for pain and suffering. Sad what people put you through. Washington did it all the way to the brink, man. All the way to the brink. A big fuckaroo. We're gonna fuck up your credit. You went through all that money to get a bankruptcy attorney. We're fucking up your credit again. We're gonna make sure you have it hard moving and transitioning. They're hating because I'm doing everything my damn self. I'm gonna make sure. You know what? Okay. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm not coming back here, but I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm done playing. The only thing I I should owe that, but it should be equivalent to pain and suffering that was caused upon me by this immigrant who tried to lunge at me while I was holding a knife because he was scaring the shit out of me. I have had almost 50 people or 30 people in my house, and I have never grabbed a knife or felt scared. Everything he did said killer and suspicion. I don't care if he was in a hoopty doopty Scooby truck. I don't care if you saw him in a Zippy Fiber Scooby truck. That doesn't mean that doesn't help his reputation. He ain't working for the government. Even the government is partially crooked. You mean to tell me he's a decorated citizen? He's coming from Africa. Look at what happened with that lady that died at the hands of an immigrant working for the CIA and whoever brought his ass over here. No, no, no point. You sat up there and shot that white woman with no remorse. The hell is wrong with y'all people, man? Y'all come over here. Y'all need to sit up there and know and respect people like me and the government. I've been here for 41 freaking years. You just got here 10 years ago. I didn't do nothing to you. I asked for respect. No. I shouldn't even have to ask for that. Slavery is over. They act just like, I mean, if you had to really look at it, it's like they say to themselves, now, if you had, you don't hear Koreans or Chinese saying Korean power or Chinese power. You hear white people, you hear black people, black power, white power. But it's a silent, invisible spectrum towards immigrant power. It shows that they hate America. It shows that they were they're looking for a quick come up and a revenge and to do things spitefully. It shows by the way they petition themselves at the schools, the way they violently attack Jews, the way they treat black people. They treat black people like it's the brink of black slavery. They treat us like it's the brink. I'm sorry, I am not your slave. You came here as a slave, as a runaway slave. I came here years ago. I am ahead of you. I went to school before you even thought of coming over here. I got you by 20 years almost. Don't ever underestimate me. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to do the rest of this work off of here, but I just wanted them to know how I feel. I did nothing to y'all but tell the truth. I did nothing. And I don't care about no smug look or how you say you don't care. I don't care either because I know God got my back.